What are the must-have items that you should have in a midterm rental, specifically when trying to target insurance policyholders so that you can get the premium and the bang for your buck for your existing asset? So, to zoom out, what we typically specialize in on this channel is specifically working with insurance companies who have top dollars to relocate their displaced clients due to unforeseen events like displaced due to water damage, fires, construction, etc. Now, because these individuals are looking for temporary housing, which is anywhere from a month to 6 months to 8 to 9, we've seen it range anywhere. Keep in mind, it typically starts with a month if they reach out to you for a month, but it can extend much larger than that. So, what is it exactly that the avatar is looking for? Avatar being the guest. What is it that it's going to make them step into your home, your property that you own, co-host, or manage, and say, this is the property that we want to stay in for the next 6 months or so? Well, first of all, it's really important that we understand the fundamentals of real estate are still into play. Location is number one. One of the main things that we love is being in still proximity within a 20-minute radius, a 20-minute drive to metropolitan city. Keep in mind, these opportunities are still prevalent in the suburbs as well, but we want to give ourselves a chance because of this next point. My second point is it's important for us to be able to cater to the short-term rental market as well. Why? Because in case that you don't have a midterm rental insurance contract, you can still wow the short-term rental guests that come in for, again, entertainment purposes, leisure, conferences, visiting, maybe spending quality time with family. So those factors are still the same. You still are going to want to focus on A, the fundamentals of location, and B, the fundamentals of design, right? Now, it doesn't mean you have to go over the top, but it does mean that you need to have a very spacious, modern, clean spaces where someone would go. That only increases your chances. One of the things we focus on is accent walls, wallpaper, clean furniture, modern, some of the amenities that we feature for all STR and MTR. We want the best of both worlds is dedicated workspaces, fast Wi-Fi. We love to have a grill if we can. We love to have homes with decks where they can relax because people love to unplug. If you can have a fire pit, great, but not necessarily a deal breaker for the MTR space. But again, keep in mind what I said. If you're optimized for STR, you're totally going to blow people out of their socks when they visit for MTR stay, because typically the homes that they're used to seeing are either coming from people who have traditional rentals where they're just not optimized for, again, putting a premium product in the marketplace, right? Or they're like dealing with the Furnish Finder people. And if you've ever seen Furnish Finder listings, they're just not to the level of the way the Airbnb hosts are finishing their listings, because in Airbnb, we're selling ourselves to a client for every single stay. And so those operators who are top 5 operators, super hosts, they understand the value of being able to offer such a quality premium product. The other folks, because they optimize for longer stays, are not really truly in a position where they've even invested much time, because they get one contract and they're good. And for that reason is why we want to be at top of the marketplace by being right in the middle, but even above the middle. Pretend like it's an Airbnb, finish like it's an Airbnb, and I promise you, you will wow people away, or you will blow them away when they come to your property, because they are so used to having mediocre properties available to them. One of the reactions we just got literally from a tenant that was walking our property was just that. It was, oh, wow. Like, this is beautiful. Literally, I have a post on this on my social media on Instagram. You can listen to it. I'll see if the team can edit it in here. If not, you get the point. If you're currently getting value from watching this video, you'll want to make sure you take a second and click below to grab the midterm rental insurance blueprint to help accelerate your process in being able to land these midterm rental insurance contracts with respect to your marketplace. Make sure you click the button below and grab it, and continue on with the gems in this video. You want to make sure that you are blowing people away, because then you are increasing your chances of them securing the deal. Now, a lot of the things that we do focus on are, from the basics, are going to be smart TVs, right? Like the Rokus of the world. You can log into your Hulu, Netflix, you name it, right? Another thing is dressers. For Airbnb stays, you don't need as much closet space, but when people are moving temporarily, they always ask for more dressers. So make sure you have that in play. Also, grill is one thing that we've added in a home that didn't have it. Desks is something we've added in a home that needed an extra. So dedicated workspace, anything like a desk, doesn't have to be anything fancy. We like to go above and beyond and add an extra monitor with the HDMI cord, of course, because we're in the business of catering to those in need, and things like printers, etc., go a long way. But keep in mind the same things apply. Fully stocked kitchens, everything's furnished. We have a smart lock system. The same fundamentals of short-term rental space come into play because we want to give them that seamless experience of having a smart lock, having, being able to control the temperature, at least having a smart home. Those are just some things with an asterisk, but at least the fundamentals, you cannot go wrong with investing or managing or co-hosting such an asset. Another thing to keep in mind that is not talked about enough, I do have one episode on this where we're specifically going into detail. Check out my other video with Dr. Najee's journey from medicine to real estate and inclusive travel. What inclusive travel is making sure that the home that you have is actually accessible for those with physical disabilities. That is a plus. That will always be a plus across the board. So keep that in mind if you're making your decision on either purchasing a home or making a decision on co-hosting a home or making a decision on managing a home. All these things matter. Is there steps at the front door? If there are, is there an alternative entrance where there isn't steps? Is there a master on main? Is there the washer and dryer on the main level? Those are all things that lead to the functionality of the home. Is there a walk-in shower at some point? Is it spacious enough that a wheelchair could go in? Do you have grab bars? Those are our pluses. Now keep in mind, you don't have to have all of these things in, but we've, for example, had a family where we actually installed the grab bars for them. But if you have the good bones and the fundamentals, your property will get more yeses. They know, and that is for sure. Lastly, you also want to think about what you would need during a long-term stay, right? Someone who's staying for 2 to 3 days might not be thinking of needing an iron board or etc. or a basket for laundry. But if you were to stay there long-term, think about it. Would you need a steamer? Would you need an ironing board? Would you need an iron? Those are all things that you want to make sure you equip the house with, right? Including baskets for dirty laundry, right? Maybe there's a recycling bin or trash bins, right? You want to make sure that the house is still equipped for the long-term stay, which is in our world midterm stay, but longer than a short-term stay, right? Keep those things in mind. No, you do not have to stock for toilet paper and paper towels and towels. Typically what we do is we give them a set for them to use during their stay, and then we make a note in the contract that anything that they run out of, whether it's paper towels or toilet paper or laundry detergent, that's going to be for them to restock and replenish on their own terms. Yes, we set up for them once they move in, but we are not expected by any means to provide these as items during a longer term stay. Now, one of the things that may surprise you is that we do like to offer for an additional cost that the insurance company is going to pay for periodic monthly clean. You don't want this to turn into a situation where you don't get access to the home for 6 months, and then after 6 months find out maybe deferred maintenance that could have been addressed that again is damaging or is going to damage your asset. So keep those key things in mind. Think long-term for their midterm rental stay. Remember, it is all about increasing your chances of being able to lend a midterm rental insurance deal in your respective market. The demand is prevalent enough if you're optimized to receive them. And in the meantime, in order to close the contract, you're still selling a product. Make sure that your product does not have to be a luxury product, but it has to be one that is clean, modern, and gives people the need and the interest to actually want to move forward and secure the deal on the spot, right? That's how the demand, and that is the intrigue that your property has to have and demand in order for you to stand apart from the marketplace. Do not make the mistake of doing all this work and not taking the time to invest in the proper photography. The digital footprints matter the most. When people see the pictures online, that is going to be the thing that gets them to then walk the property. In our industry, we typically walk the homes before we close the deal. We typically get the property approved by the adjuster, but the next step is to make sure that that family is saying, yeah, we want to go visit. And when we get there, we're even more wowed. And then we want to go ahead and move forward and say, let's move forward with this deal. All right. So make sure that you follow these critical things. Remember, the fundamentals of real estate do not change. Location, 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 asset type, asset type, asset type. Make sure that it serves all different avatars with respect to families and those who might have physical disabilities. And our goal is to serve large families to solve a larger problem so that you can stay booked at a premium with a high occupancy and high profitability. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you look at the next video, also called Superhost Secrets, Level Up Your Midterm Rental with these must-have amenities. Make sure you check the video right here, and we'll see you next time.